E3 2019. It has been a very great year for video games. We started it very high with the remake and release of Kingdom Hearts and the release of remake of Resident Evil 2. So what's that E3 has for us this year? What's up guys, what they got here, and this is my review from E3 Microsoft. And yes, the conference was a little buggy and all that, but it was a good ass conference. From Keanu Reeves, Cyberpunk 2077 to Halo Infinite. It was amazing. It was an amazing E3. But let's talk about it from a perspective of a gamer and a guy who loves to review and take a comment. So Microsoft listened the feedback from the players, and it did something that it has to be done, and is that really announced games, and more games. There were a total 60 games, and 60 of those games were 14 Microsoft exclusive. We got Ninja Theory's Bleeding Edge, that sounds like a fucking Overwatch. And we saw the disappointment of Gears 5. Why do I say disappointment? Let's talk about that a little out there. So I'm a big fan of Gears. Gears of War 1 is a masterpiece. Gears of War 2 is a masterpiece. Gears of War 3, it was a major conclusion. Like, I haven't seen a conclusion to a game of a trilogy so good like Gears of War 3. Gears of War Judgment sucks ass. And Gears of War 4 was an amazing game. Not saying it's the best in the series, but it was an amazing game. It had a great story, great multiplayer filled with microtransactions, but it was an amazing good, but not cool with that cliffhanger that left your balls up. So Gears 5 is not called Gears of War 5, so no, it's called Gears 5, guys. So Gears 5, it was a little disappointment, let's say that, because Gears 5 didn't feature so much stuff. It hasn't tell you shit about the story, okay? I am a big fan of the story. Right now we're gonna take, I think the protagonist is called Kite or Kate. I want to know if we're gonna get two side of the campaigns. We're gonna get JDs and Kites. I wish we could get both, but I think this is gonna be more like the female type of gameplay. I don't mind actually. Females are taking over the gaming industry, and that's amazing. Like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Last of Us 2. Well, I love my female, okay? I love my female, but it felt like a little disappointment. They feature more multiplayer with WWE stars, featuring the new Horde mode. And yes, it's cool, very cool and all that, but we need to talk about that. It was kind of a little disappointment not seeing Gears of War for this too. And it felt mad. I didn't feel excited. I didn't feel like, yo, this is Gear 5. We need to go play. We need to go pre-order that bullshit. No, I just say, no, I'm not. Maybe I don't buy it. But yes, I'm a Gears of War fan. I have the entire franchise, so hell yeah, I need to have that shit. So let's move on to another games, and that's indie games. There is a lot of them. I really like the indie games. I'm a very indie big fan, and that's why I like the Xbox. Xbox give a chance to the indie, just like Sony and just like Nintendo. They have been doing very great. These indie developers are very good for starts, and I would like to see them. The thing that caught me off guard was that new type of subscription from the Game Pass. So right now, I think is if you buy the Ultimate Game Pass, you will have gold, the Game Pass, and I think is the PC Pass too, and that's very amazing actually. All for no additional cost. Like you will pay $15 a month for all those. So that is a big amazing thing. So guys, $15 for gold, the pass, and the PC Pass. That's nuts. That's really nuts. That's better than PlayStation Now, and I would really like to get a hand of that so I can see if it's good, because having a streaming platform like that, it's amazing. Like $15 for that's cheap. That's very cheap. That shit, it's better than Stadia, because Stadia sucks. Okay, Google doesn't know shit. And the next thing I want to talk about, it was a game called 12 Minutes. I haven't seen in Twitter many people talk about 12 minutes, but it looks very cool. It feels like a Groundhog Day. You try that your wife doesn't die. The guy who's gonna go in, he tells you, yo, he says he's gonna say he kills your father, but your father didn't die of a heart attack, and you feel very cool. Like you can take different approaches to the scene and the situation, and you will have to do it the best. I think you have to break the loop. And I'm very excited for it. Like, really, I'm very excited how this games goes, because I like my type of that game, really. I like weird games. Those are the best. In all my life, I think Death Stranding, it's still the best weird game that's gonna come out ever. Like, really. Hideo Kojima, it's a masterpiece of a mind. His minds are little robots playing right now in his head. And the other thing I really want to talk about that is very, very, very important is that we didn't get Fable 4 or Fable Reboot, like you want to call it. Remember, the developer that was doing Fable just closed down. Nobody wanted it, and it was very tragic and sad. Many people got jobs after the rupture of the studio, but we didn't get any more Fable. Microsoft, people love Fable, okay? People love Fable, and we want to get that RPG back. Even Afro Senju was fucking up on Twitter that he wanted a Fable and he didn't want any more. But come on, we need more Fable, more type of stuff on that video game genre. You need to do an RPG, and we didn't get the game of the Forza Horizon developers. They say they were developing an RPG, and we didn't get it. We didn't get a sneak peek. We didn't get a thing for that game. We didn't saw shit. And that's very disappointed, because I wanted to see what those guys that have done all the racing video games do in an RPG action adventure game. Like, really, I want to talk about that. Like, yo, what do you leak like a screenshot, or what do you do a teaser trailer? If it's an Xbox Scarlet type of thing, like, come on, what do you do that? And now I want to guys, I'm gonna leave the Xbox Scarlet for last. Like, really. We got Elden Rings. Hidetaka Miyazaki is a mastermind, and right now he's partnering him with J.R.R. Martin, the fucking creator of Game of Thrones, and that guy is a masterpiece. Those guys are two big minds, and remember, they're doing kind of an RPG, but it looks kind of Dark Soul-ish. I know these guys always try to do, but he said in an interview that he didn't want to do a difficult game. He wanted to do an open world action adventure game. Like, you didn't have to fucking broke your control playing Sekiro or playing Dark Souls, their entire franchise, or Demon Souls. They wanted to do a game that you could enjoy, a world of his own. And Elden Ring is a major approach that things can be done. If this game is successful, and this game is very cult-wise, we could see a potential Game of Thrones developer that J.R. Martin will go, yo, I want them to do the Game of Thrones games. Like, I want these guys to do a Game of Thrones spin-off or something like that. Because remember, many of you guys want a Game of Thrones games like right now. Being honest, you want a game right now, and me too, actually, me too. And the other thing I want to talk about is about the xCloud. They talked briefly about that. They didn't say much. They just say that it's gonna kick Stadia's ass, and I hope so, because Google sucks. And the other thing I really want to talk about, and one and most for all, is Cyberpunk 2077. Like, I've got a video about that. I'm gonna leave it on the link below, and I want you to go watch it. Like, really, Cyberpunk 2077. It was the Steel Show. It was an amazing trailer with Keanu Reeves. Like, holy fucking shit. Keanu, like, everybody just go wild. I have my speakers. My girlfriend was like, yo, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, yo, it's Keanu Reeves. He's taking over E3. That's not Microsoft anymore. It's E3. That's Keanu Reeves E3 right now, conference right now going out. But it was an amazing stuff. Like, he didn't know much about video games, so he taking a role on Cyberpunk 2077, like the second masterpiece of CD Projekt Red. Is amazing. It's very amazing. I'm very, very excited to see this, and I hope we could see it more. And right now, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video, and let's talk about Xbox Scarlet and Halo Infinite. Xbox Scarlet's potential loss is holiday 2020. Halo Infinite will be a launch title. It's the same as Breath of the Wild. The Breath of the Wild launch with the Nintendo Switch, and it's a bold move. Why? Because it will go and it will sail with the Xbox Scarlet. It's a major move to say, even if the game sucks, many people will buy it because it will come out with the Xbox Scarlet. And let's talk about with the Xbox Scarlet. These specs are phenomenal. Like 100 FPS. 8K resolution. You can see the hair on that ass for a mile away. No, but I'm just kidding. That it sounds very interesting, but at the same time, you had heard before from Sony. Like, yes, no loading time, the same partners, AMD. It's very, very good to hear this because like the consoles are talking and they are getting their games up, and the launch of the NX Xbox is not gonna be a fail. Like, they're not repeating the exact same thing almost 6 years ago, and I'm happy. I'm happy the console wars are non-extensive, because remember, Sony and Microsoft partnered last month or last 2 months ago, and I'm very excited for what is the future of all. Maybe we will get the streaming platform from Xbox Pass on the Nintendo Switch. That, by the way, they tweet a tweet and Nintendo was mentioned on that tweet. That is fucked up. Sorry about my language. But guys, right now, the conference was good. Kind of disappointed with Gears 5 and a lot of indies. Very good indies, really, really. But not a lot of gameplay. I could say I'll give it a 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, maybe a solid 7, because the games were very, very good. But I wanted to see more gameplay. I wanted to see more what was cooking up, maybe a teaser or something like that. But the game was good. Like the conference was cool, solid, and to only be the only type of corporation with a console to feature a major type of E3 like that, almost 2 hours, it was amazing. So guys, comment below, let me know what you think about the E3 conference. Did you like it? Would you love to see it next year just like that? Would you hope seeing Sony State of Play if it announces? So guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I bring commentary videos and all that all fucking week. And I am the voice of gaming. I love being the voice from you guys. So comment below, let me know, subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you next time on the Rating Guy Show. Peace out.